5 times Sheldon was actually wrong. Sheldon believes that wrong is an absolute state and not subject to gradation, so if he ever gets wrong, he would know it. So, we have decided to document those moments when Dr. Cooper was actually wrong. The Bat Cowl Conundrum. Sheldon was in an online debate in the DC Comics Batman chat room in the Hofstadter Isotope. He asserted that Robin, or Dick Grayson, was the logical successor to the Bat Cowl after the death of Batman in one of the comics series. When Sheldon approached Stewart for help, he said that Sheldon cannot be more wrong. Sheldon tried to defend himself, saying, "More wrong? Wrong is an absolute state and not subject to gradation." Being a theoretical physicist, he should have known that at times things can go less wrong or more wrong in science. Like GR is more predictive in extreme conditions than gravity, yet both of them are more right than Aristotle's natural motion. GR and gravity both are right in their domains. It's sometimes they are more or less accurate based on situations. So there's nothing 100% right in science. The equation squabble. In the pirate solution, Raj and Sheldon were working on the collision theoretically. When Sheldon was working on the rate, Raj said, "That rate is much too low for what we'd expect from this collision." Sheldon argued that he's right, and Howard took off blowing raspberries at Sheldon. Later, Sheldon realizes his mistake and asks Raj to come again to work for him. The arithmetic error. In the Hawking excitation, Stephen Hawking came to the university and assigned Howard to maintain the equipment on his wheelchair. Sheldon was very excited about his arrival and showed Hawking his paper on Higgs boson. Sadly, Stephen Hawking found an error in his work and said that it was too bad. Hawking points out the arithmetic error in his paper, and to our surprise, Sheldon actually fainted. After all this, can he really laugh at the multiplication error of Leonard or mock him for it? Who's smarter, Sheldon or Kripke? Sheldon and Kripke had separate grant proposals for a new fusion reactor, but the university decided to accept only one, so the authorities decided that they should work together. Sheldon is a genius, but he often undermines people too much. He insulted Kripke, giving him black paper, saying it has more value than whatever is in Kripke's paper. But it turns out later that Kripke's leaps and bounds ahead of Sheldon. Is Howard smart enough? Sheldon has always mocked Howard because he doesn't have a PhD. When Sheldon was promoted as a professor, nobody joined his class as he has a reputation for being obnoxious. However, Howard had agreed to take his class because he was thinking of getting his doctorate degree. Sheldon asked Howard a series of questions to prove him wrong. Though Howard gave all the answers correctly, Sheldon wasn't willing to admit that Howard was smart. Howard became angry and said, "You might have gone to school for a couple more years than me, but guess what? Engineers are just as smart as physicists." Sheldon exclaimed, saying, "You take that back." Howard obviously has a working understanding of physics and has helped Sheldon work out his friendship algorithm. Sheldon was wrong while judging Howard throughout the series, and he never realized it.